Hey, here's the preview video for Sunday, June 23rd, preschool. The Bible story today is Simeon at the temple, typically kind of a Christmas story because it has to do with Jesus' birth. But we'll be looking at this from the aspect of patience. When Jesus is your friend, he gives you the power to be patient. Simeon is a wise old Jewish leader who knows from scriptures and deep down in his heart that God is going to send the Messiah, and Simeon is being patient, and finally he gets a chance to meet baby Jesus at the temple. So as we explore this Bible story, the first activity here is time hop. So I have just a basic sand hourglass, so you can let the kids kind of explore what this is. Many of them may not be familiar with this kind of device. The idea here is that you can flip it over and show the kids all the little tiny granules of sand. You can barely see it on camera there, but it is sprinkling sand. And as that sand timer is going, you can encourage the kids to be doing some sort of exercise, jumping jacks, hopping up and down, marching around the carpet here, something like that. And then once again, pointing their attention back to the hourglass here, which you can see it's continuing to go. But then after that, you have time to cook. And we have the play kitchen stuff from Miss Ann's room. I will add to this some of the play kitchen things from the nursery, but just teaching kids about different things in everyday life that we need to be patient for, like baking a cake, something like that. You need to put it in the oven and let it do its thing, and you need to be patient in that regard, and tapping into kids' imaginations for things that they're going to be familiar with. After that, you could probably play the Bible story video. And then after the Bible story video, which will be played on the Roku, we come to line tangle. Now, I made a note here that this activity just had these three pictures right here, but I went ahead and added 3 pictures from the Bible story video as well. So the way that they have this set up is that you'd use the masking tape and tape these pictures up on the wall and use the different colors of yarn to go from like a chair to where the picture is. So it's kind of like those activity pages where, you know, there's one column with certain pictures, and then there's another column with kind of a matching picture, and then there's the squiggly spaghetti looking lines in the middle. One thought that I had, instead of doing it in the room where you do it against the wall and then have chairs, maybe you get the kids out in the hallway, and on one wall you can put all the different pictures, the 6 pictures, and then on this wall you can tie 6 individual strands of yarn or string, and then the kids can kind of walk it out, that tangle from one side of the wall to the other, kind of matching the pictures. And the idea there is that they have to be patient in going from like the string maze and then reviewing all 6 pictures. So back to the pictures. Start with the 3 Bible story pictures. There's the temple setting, kind of explaining to the kids what the temple is, and the fact that Simeon was there at the temple just about every day, waiting, knowing deep down inside that this one day would come that finally baby Jesus, God's son, would arrive. And then you can transition to the other 3 pictures that are more application based. Once again, waiting on a cake to bake, or you might have a bowl of hot soup and you need to wait for it to cool down. Or if it's Christmas or your birthday coming up, you need to wait in order to open the presents under the tree or open the presents that have been brought to you for your birthday. So those aspects of waiting. So hopefully that all makes sense for our line tangle activity. Next activity is very, very simple. So here's a little brain break for you. This is Duck, Duck, Goose. I have made a note, instead of it just being Duck, Duck, Goose, where the goose gets up and chases the it person, make this a memory verse activity called Sit, Sit, Stand, where the person who is it is tapping his or her peers on the head and ultimately calls on someone to stand and recite the memory verse. The memory verse is here: I can do everything by the power of Christ. I think that'll be nice in the sense that they're not running around this room and risk falling down or colliding with each other. But let's do duck, duck, goose as sit, sit, stand, and whoever stands then gets a chance to practice the memory verse. Otherwise, no supplies needed for that. Last activity is Patient Harry. Dana, you have done this one before, where basically you're going to take a cup and you can decorate the cup with a face. We'll be getting those facial stickers that you've got in Dollar General. I have some seeds for marigold flowers. There's little baggies for the kids to put their stuff in to take home. And then there's a parent note explaining what that is. And we have some topsoil here with a shovel, or a little spade. And then here's a bunch of butcher paper that you can lay out on the tables while you're doing all the stuff with the dirt so that it keeps the tables clean. And at the end, you can just crumple up that paper and pitch it. If by chance you still have time left, which I doubt you will, but if you do, there's a few extra pages here at the end with kind of a scripted prayer time with the kids, where you can have the kids come sit on the rug, and then you can write their different prayer requests on the board and kind of go through that script of calming them down and recapping what they've learned. So hopefully that'll